Now to add a logout functionality, here in the header, I'll add another list item with a base button in it where I say logout. Gives us this button. And this button should do just what it says. It should log us out. Of course, this list item should only be visible if we are logged in, because it makes no sense to show a logout button if we aren't logged in. And now we need to add a new action, and that's the logout action. So here in the auth module in the actions file, I add a logout action, and now logging out is really trivial. We don't need to send any request, because you might remember that I said that the server doesn't store any information about us anyways. So there's no need to send a request. Instead, the only thing we gotta do is clear all that data here, set it back to null. Hence, we get our state, and we can simply set state token equal to null, state user ID and set this equal to null, and state token expiration and set this to null. And that's all we gotta do. Now, since we, for example, check in our isAuthenticated getter whether we have a token, this will set isAuthenticated to false once we set the token to null, because that then is an invalid token. Now, of course, though that's not the valid way of doing it, that's an action, not a mutation, we got a mutation set user already, and in the end here we are setting the free fields which we want to reset, so we just need to pass a payload with null values for all those fields. So in the logout action, we actually get the context, not the state. But then here, we should simply context commit, set user, and pass in our payload object where token is null, user ID is null, and token expiration is null, for the same reason as just explained. That's now the proper way of doing it. And with that action added, back in the header, we can add a click listener to this logout button, and in our script then add methods and add a logout method where we reach out to our store and dispatch this logout action. And now this logout method can be connected to this button. And if we do this, once this reloads, we can log in, let's say with test2 user, like this. Now on all coaches, we also see the register as coach button because this user isn't registered yet. We can go to requests and we can click logout and we see that updates. Now, one thing that doesn't update, neither when we log out nor when we log in, is the page on which we are. Now, if we do log in, it would be nice if we would be redirected back to the coaches page, for example. If we do log out and I'm on requests, it maybe would be nice, since I can't technically go to requests anymore, if I also would be redirected somewhere else. So let's work on that routing and redirection part next.